Once upon a time, there was a boy who looked up at the star in the skies and thought, hey, what if we could use those stars to do something magical? And so he studied and learned how to create a world where that is possible. You know, that's really how Stellar Star's new Rise of Magic update came about. And you can now use new magic spells when you collect stars in Stellar Stars. You know, it's really cool. You can unleash magic missiles. You can even throw wind blades, or another spell, or that spell, or this spell. So join the open beta. Wait, what?
911, what's your emergency?
Hello, I would like to order a big pepperoni with extra cheese, please, at 217 Main Street.
Excuse me? You've reached 911.
Yes, I know. Oh, and 2 cans of soda.
Ma'am, do you have an emergency?
Yes, I do.
And you can't talk about it because of someone in the room?
Yes, exactly.
Do you also need medical attention? Is somebody hurt?
Yes, do you know how long it will be?
I have an officer about a mile away. I'll send it right away. Are there any weapons in the house?
Yes, please.
Can you stay on the line with me?
No, thanks. I hope we'll get here soon.
Alright, the officers are coming.
Hi, my name's John Dick, and I'm here to explain to you how unarmed combat works in SCUM. Without further ado, let's get started. The unarmed combat in brawling has 4 different skill levels of expertise that the players can reach, starting from no skill level up to advanced skill level. However, the character's skill is just one of many things that are taken into consideration when combat begins. The other important factors are the player's ability to control his character during the combat and the physical condition of his character. Now that you know the basics, let's take a look at how the combat system works in other modern survival games. For this, we created a simulation of the type of unarmed combat that you can find in practically every survival game available on Steam. From what you can see here, the character is constrained at the hip, but you can tilt their upper body and throw random punches toward your opponent. The camera is locked behind the character. It doesn't provide the player with a good overview of the situation, and most of the time it's really hard to tell where the punch will land. Obviously, this is a very basic implementation, and we could have done it the same in SCUM, but we wanted to make something different. So, what exactly did we do in SCUM to make things better? First, we wanted to find out the best way to fit martial arts in SCUM's gameplay mechanics, and we quickly realized that the angle of the camera has to be changed. The free camera view not only provides players with a better overview of the situation, it also helps when you have to engage multiple opponents at the same time. The game also provides a first-person perspective camera for the combat mode, and everything works well there too. Once you enter combat, you'll be able to perform different moves and attacks. For example, you can try to circle around your opponent and control the fight from a distance. During the combat, you can defend yourself or attack. From defensive moves, you can use block or dodge, and from the attacks, you can choose kicks, punches, and combo moves. A dodge is used when you want to outmaneuver your opponent and then strike back in a counterattack with a different combination of punches and kicks. With the left mouse button, you can perform punches. With the right mouse button, you can do kicks. Combos are performed by pressing a combination of keys, followed by left or right mouse button, depending on whether you want a punching or kicking combo. The skill level of your character will define types of moves your character will use during the combat. So, for example, he might do a simple jab or a cross. Or, if he's more skillful, then he can step in, close the distance, and use a more powerful punch. Combos are special attack combinations that inflict more damage than a normal punch or kick, but they also drain stamina at a faster rate. The best way to use a combo is against a dodge or a block, and if you perform the combo successfully, you'll increase the chance for a knockout. Along with the skill level, the character's attributes will also influence the outcome of the fight. Strength, constitution, and dexterity are attributes that the player chooses during the character creation process. But once the game starts, these parameters will gradually change depending on the character's diet, metabolism level, actions players take, and overall health status of the character. That will, of course, be reflected on the character's speed, endurance, and strength during the battle. With proper diet and workout, it's possible to boost all these attributes to their maximum values. The only exception is the intelligence attribute, which will stay the same or drop down if, for example, a character gets shot in the head. In the current presentation, you can see different skill levels and how they will be represented in the game. Our plan is to make different sets of animations for each skill level to allow players to visually recognize the skill levels of their foes. This is still a work in progress, and it will not be included in the early access version of the game. Everything that your character carries in the game will have an impact on how you will perform in the combat. Heavy gear will make your moves slow and sluggish, and it will drain your stamina more quickly. It's recommended that you drop excessive weight before you enter a fight. The combat skill can be effectively used against other players, NPCs, and it can be used against animals too. Although we do not recommend you attack bigger and more dangerous animals unless, of course, you're sure that you can beat them or outrun them. In short, these were the basics about SCUM unarmed combat skill, and everything you saw is still a work in progress. We aim for further optimization of the combat process to make it more fluid and enjoyable. Future plans are to replace mocaps with more realistic animations, to make hit reactions for blocks, and, because our system is modular, once everything is set up, we plan to include other martial arts as additional combat skills that players will be able to choose. We hope you have enjoyed this presentation, and if you want to find out more about SCUM, be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, or our dev blog on scumgame.com.
Unlock the untapped potential of your mind with totally awesome 360-degree, axis-shifting, mind-bending gameplay. DYSTORIA. Radical neon sci-fi visuals and jammin' synthwave soundtrack hits you right in the retro feels. Go on any surface, in any direction. Experience exhilarating 360-degree, gut-wrenching vertigo. Blast your way through a zero-G space labyrinth infested with robotic insectoid bad guys. Choose your ship, load your weapons, obliterate your enemies, and scavenge their remains. DYSTORIA, the future arcade experience of the past, now. Get it on Steam. DYSTORIA's side effects may include dizziness, vertigo, insomnia, increased heart rate, and an inexplicable desire to own a DeLorean.
The year is 1989. The world is a dangerous place. A separatist group of Soviet soldiers have taken control of a satellite equipped with nuclear missiles and have threatened the destruction of the Western world. It has become harder and harder for the security forces of individual nations to combat this threat. What's needed is an organization with the resources and the authority to fight this terrorism. An organization armed with state-of-the-art weapons and equipment that would operate in absolute secrecy. Its existence known only to the most senior government officials. Such an organization exists. Its codename is Silent Ace. Its agents operate as lone wolves far beyond enemy lines, to cut off the head of the Viper before it has a chance to strike. Think your way in, observe the enemies, and sneak into their base to complete your objective. Avoid or destroy security cameras to stay undetected. Use zip lines to infiltrate fast and unnoticed. Whistle to distract the guards, then use your knife to perform a stealth kill. You have total freedom to choose your path. Guns blazing, or silent assassin. It's your choice. And always remember, you are a lone wolf far beyond enemy lines.